Hi, it's Dr. Kim Duramo. I wanted to share a really important piece that I've learned lately. I've been learning a lot about detoxification and the digestive system and kind of all the inner workings of how fear really keeps us so stuck and so sick and prevents the body from doing what it's designed to do, which is supporting your health, healing itself. And detoxification is a huge part of it. So you probably heard me share about the nervous system and how going into fear and fight or flight dynamically like suppresses health, creates disease. In fact, every major chronic illness most people are dying from is associated with this process. So adrenal fatigue, thyroid disease, MS, autoimmune disease, high blood pressure, cancer, diabetes, like you name it, of course, all the bowel diseases, inflammatory gut diseases. And that happens by, the way that in your brain, you're registering information, you're registering everything is a threat, right? So like someone says something and it triggers us because we're already in this heightened state of fight or flight, right? Like, oh, I can't believe she said that. Our brain is changing, the nervous system output to the gut is changing, our heart rate is changing, like every single thing, inflammation throughout the body, cortisol levels rise. So, even something as simple as the immune system, which is designed to protect us and keep us healthy, is like barely functioning, right? So we get sick more frequently. But one of the things I haven't really shared about, I never really had learned about this, but it's massive, is when we go when we go into fear, not just the fight or flight in the nervous system, and the effect that has on suppressing digestion, directly suppressing detoxification, but also mechanically, physically, what happens in the gut. So as soon as we go into fear, is like that, right? So we're breathing already into the lung fields, the upper lung field, not the lower, not those smooth belly breaths that are known to initiate the relaxation response, which creates health and harmony. That sense of it pulls the stomach up into the diaphragm, right? So your diaphragm is your breathing muscle. It's over here underneath the rib cage, and your stomach sits right under that. And as soon as we do, we suck it in. In fact, every breath we're taking when we're in that fight or flight is in the, we're using these accessory muscles of respiration, so scalenes, neck muscles, back muscles. So a lot of neck pain, headaches, back pain come from this. But one of the things I thought was fascinating is once that stomach gets jammed up, like stuck up into the diaphragm, we're not digesting our food. So of course, things like heartburn and chest pain and things like that will happen, but also it's inhibiting the way the stomach is communicating with the rest of the gut. So like peristalsis, right, pushing the food through, proper elimination, even down from the colon is affected. So your colon's not pooping stuff out. You're holding things in. A lot of toxins come back into the body through that process. We're not secreting the digestive enzymes we need, but it's way bigger than that because chronic inflammation and chronic disease, even how it affects your adrenals, sorry about that. So chronic fatigue syndrome, which secondarily creates thyroid disease, like a lot of times when the adrenals are overrun from that fight or flight response, it's going to suppress what's happening in the thyroid. So it looks like, oh, you've got thyroid disease, but really the underlying is that your adrenals are constantly going. This is linked to what's happening in the gut because your gut is communicating with your nervous system and your nervous system is like, we're not okay, right? You got that stomach jammed up into the diaphragm over and over and over and over, like with every breath. So there's a whole piece on this and how we can assist detoxification, which I think is the number one most important piece of like a healthy medical system, a medical system based on supporting health instead of one that's based on, killing disease. Very, very different focus and very, very different outcome in that, an enlightened medical system, a conscious medical system. We will begin to see, wait, what's the foundation of that level of health? It's detoxification. It's how are we taking in nutrients that get assimilated to become the body, and how are we dumping everything that the body doesn't need? And it used to kind of be the foundation because you go to the doctor if you're sick with like fill in the blank, you'd get an enema. you'd get an enema to help the body release what it's trying to release, to help the body do what it's trying to do, to support the health so rebalancing could happen, and then you're not going to need any medications. The first thing that would happen. It's now virtually non-existent in our medical system, but it's not non-existent in the world, right? It's just alternative, right? Let me go outside that system and do these things that actually have been conclusively shown to dramatically improve health. So even things like belly breathing, which I'm sharing a lot about that, but colon hydrotherapy, or a lot of what I'm sharing in the Embracing Health program, where I'm doing a whole section on this. How do we support that massive detoxification so your body can dump so much that it's trying to process? You don't have to live with that. Mentally, emotionally, it makes a huge difference in how you're going to feel, because you're like, I'm so overwhelmed, let me just keep running the treadmill, versus like, oh, my body's taking care of this for me. Now I have clarity and know exactly what to do. It's massive. So for those of you who are coming into the Embracing Health program, that will be an added piece that's in there. Today's broadcast for Mind Body TV will actually be from a participant who's been in that program and has had absolutely amazing results. There have been a lot of people who've come forward to share. So this month we're doing Mind Body Miracles for the Mind Body TV broadcast. And you'll hear from individuals who've come through this process in the Embracing Health work and healed all kinds of very serious, major chronic illness, or illness that didn't even have a diagnosis and nobody knew what was going on. So that link for the program is at drkimd.com/health. But today I want to leave you with soften your breathing, right? So relax your shoulders. Let the breath come more fully into the belly. Now your belly will expand out with each breath. The stomach can start to drop down. It will trigger proper digestion, proper detoxification, proper neurologic functioning. Like, so much is linked into this. It's changed my life profoundly since rebalancing my detoxification systems. I feel lighter emotionally, mentally, physically. So this is really powerful. So just start with that. That's like a DIY little way to begin this process. Begin noticing your breathing all day. Set your alarm 3 times a day to notice, like, whoa, let me shift into some belly breathing, because your body will begin to adapt to that as you practice it and intentionally, get your reminder. So it will prompt you to practice that. All right, I will see you today for Mind Body TV for the Mind Body Miracles series that we're doing in May. I am at drkimd.com if you'd like more information and to tune in to subscribe to what I'm doing. Subscribe in YouTube at Dr. Kim Duramo, and you can find me in the Mind Body community in Facebook, where we will continue the conversation, and I have mentors who are working to assist and support you through this journey. Actually, also, some people didn't know that we have Mind Body mentors now who are doing private coaching one-on-one. They're absolutely amazing. They're individuals I've personally mentored for years and years who've come through the most powerful healing journeys on their own. And we've just been getting amazing feedback from people who are working with Jess and Alicia privately. So if you weren't aware of that, know that that is on offer as well. It's at drkimd.com/mentors. So yes, your body is meant to be a self-healing machine. Start to tune in and let that activate now. You're going to see massive changes in your health. Lots of love, and I'll see you soon.